Hi, and welcome to 31 in 31. Today we'll be reviewing Videodrome. It is episode 17 of this shenanigans. And in Videodrome, we have James Woods in a David Cronenberg movie, which means there's going to be a lot of body horror, and that's what we get. We get a ton of body horror. Most people remember this movie as the movie where James Woods puts a gun in his stomach. Yeah, I mean, if I explain this movie on face value and tried to say, okay, it's good, nobody would believe me. If you haven't seen it, it's batshit. Debbie Harry's in it, and she likes pain, as in, like, getting poked in the ear with needles or beat, but I think she might be a hallucination. I think this whole movie might be a hallucination. The movie is about how things that we watch on TV start to make up our reality to the point where we can't separate reality from TV. It's so fucking weird when this guy starts talking about his head.
I believe that the growth in my head, this one, right here, I think that it is not really a tumor. Not an uncontrolled, undirected little bubbling pot of flesh, but that it is, in fact, a new organ, a new part of the brain. I think that massive doses of Videodrome signal will ultimately create a new outgrowth of the human brain, which will produce and control hallucination to the point that it will change human reality. After all, there is nothing real outside our perception of reality.
That seems profound, right? That seems profound, but what the fuck is he talking about? So James Woods starts morphing into this blob of different things, like he can manifest different physical attributes about himself. Reminds me a lot of, what the fuck is that movie? The Brood, another Cronenberg movie. In fact, there's a lot of Cronenberg in this everywhere. Scanners and The Brood and just all kinds of stuff where, like, things manufacture themselves as tumors in people. James Woods is a sleazy piece of shit in this, by the way. He is a television guy who runs a station whose sole purpose is to put out really fucked up shit late at night. That's how he finds Videodrome. What is Videodrome, you ask? I've been sitting here for 2.5 minutes. What is it? Videodrome is torture and murder. No plots, no actors, nothing. It is basically Red Rooms of the 80s. If you know what a Red Room is, you're like, yeah. If you don't fucking worry about it. You don't want to know. I've never seen one. I don't want to see one. Seeing 5 seconds of a clip in Videodrome makes me kind of nauseous on its own, and it's fake. So, what happens? James Woods wants this torture shit as part of his thing. So, they go to find out where it's coming from, because they're like, it's from Malaysia, right? No, it's not from Malaysia. It's from Pittsburgh. Boy, that makes me happy. Right up the road. Anyway, after finding out where it's coming from, he starts having hallucinations, which is part of the deal. Everybody who watches this gets hallucinations, and there's twists and turns, and by the end of the movie, there is a guy named Brian Oblivion who doesn't actually exist, who recorded his whole life on tape because he doesn't believe in the real body. He believes in videos. You got me. I actually read a book on this called Simulacrum and Simulacra or something like that. I don't know. Where it's talking about mixing reality with TV and how watching TV makes reality less realistic and the things that you see on TV more realistic than reality. And it made me want to blow up because it made no fucking sense to my tiny rat brain. But anyway, this movie, I'm not going to tell you everything that happens. I will say that James Woods ends up going back and forth between two different sides at the end out of nowhere for the last 20 minutes, and it is a fucking ride. Do I recommend it? Oh, fuck yeah, I recommend it. A lot of people who watch it now, who were born after, like, 1995, are probably like, what are they playing with? Those little black squares, what are those? They're those. They're called VHS tapes. And they're all through this movie. it's one of those things. It's like they kind of thought that the internet was gonna be through TV. They were, a little off on that one. Do I recommend it? I think I already said I did. So if I did, then I do. I do. All right, catch you next time.